Hey everyone, today I'm thrilled to introduce to you the EasyFrame AI. The EasyFrame AI is a virtual assistant that can answer almost any question about the EasyFrame saw, software, and so much more. Let's get started by asking a simple question. How do I upload a job? Now, the EasyFrame AI is going to walk us through the process of uploading a job step by step. It taps into its database and uses an advanced language model to provide precise instructions. So let's read what it provided to us. To upload a job in the EasyFrame Saw software, follow these steps. Open the job screen, import a new file, select your file, open the file, choose job details, choose material settings, and it'll recommend some additional settings that we should change as well. Finalize and start. So it'll give step-by-step instructions on how we need to accomplish that, as well as detailed instructions at each of those steps on what we should do. Now let's ask another question. How do I adjust the top plate markings? Now once again, the EasyFrame AI is going to walk us through our request step by step, giving us exactly what we need to know. So to adjust the top plate markings in the EasyFrame Saw software, follow these steps. Open the part types and marking setting, select the top plate part type, and I'll recommend some labels that we should adjust, some attachments markings we should adjust, and some detailing attachments we should adjust. Save and preview, and we'll be good to go. But the EasyFrame AI isn't just about one-off questions. It excels at maintaining context, allowing for seamless follow-up questions. For example, it doesn't have stud attachment marks on it. How do I adjust that? Now, since the EasyFrame AI understands that we've just asked about top plates, I don't have to explicitly say it again. It'll recognize that we're asking a follow-up question, and it will tailor its response to continue from there. So to add a stud attachment mark to the top plate, follow these steps. Once again, walk us through step by step, open part types and marking, select top plate part type, go to layouts and attachments, configure attachment details, and it'll give some recommendations on how we can get those stud attachment marks looking good. Now let's change pace here and let's explore another feature, the EasyFrame AI image recognition. This is where things get really interesting. So I'm going to take my wood from over here, and I'm going to take a picture of my Simpson Strong Tie logo and my QR code that have been printed on it by the EasyFrame saw. And I'll ask, how do I get my markings to look like this? Now the EasyFrame AI is going to analyze the image using its sophisticated image recognition algorithm to understand what it's looking at. It then consults its extensive database to figure out how to replicate those markings. So to get your image markings to look like the one in the image, you need to adjust the part types and marking settings. Here are the steps. Go to part types and markings, select the appropriate part type, adjust marking profiles. But it's going to give explicit instructions on how to add a company logo, how to get it enabled, and how we also enable the 2D barcode. It'll also give some additional recommendations on some other things it thinks we should turn on, save and apply, and we'll be good to go. Now let's do it again, but this time I'm going to take a picture of my labels over here, which are TP, my top plate alias, my 24-inch length mark, and my demo job name. And I'm going to ask once again, how do I get my markings to look like this? Now, just like before, the EasyFrame AI will analyze the image, understand the context, and provide us with the necessary steps to achieve the same results. So to configure the EasyFrame Saw software to produce the markings similar to those shown in your image, which includes top plate, 24-inch, and demo job, follow these steps. And down here, it's going to give explicit instructions to turn on the alias, the length, and the job name. And just like that, we'll be good to go once again. Now finally, let's show off the last feature, the EasyFrame AI voice mode. The EasyFrame AI voice mode can do anything that we can do while typing, but instead, it allows us to have a verbal conversation with the EasyFrame AI. So I'm going to hit this headphone button over here, and I'm going to ask, hey EasyFrame AI, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing good, but I'm having some trouble with my EasyFrame saw. The blade won't come up. What do I do?
If the blade on your EasyFrame saw won't come up, here are a few steps you can follow to troubleshoot the issue. 1. Check air pressure. Ensure your saw is receiving enough air pressure. Your air compressor should provide at least 80 psi and 12 CFM. If the air pressure is low, check the compressor and any air lines for leaks or blockages. 2. Inspect sensors. Make sure that the sensors on the saw are functioning correctly. Inspect the crash home, almost home, and outbound sensors for any issues. 3. Emergency stop buttons. Verify that all emergency stop buttons are not engaged. If any of them are pressed, the saw blade won't move. 4. Material length. Ensure that the correct length of material is loaded in the saw. Mismatched material lengths can cause operational issues. 5. Check for obstructions. Inspect the saw tabletop surface and inside the lower cabinet for any debris or obstructions that might be preventing the blade from moving. 6. Software settings. Ensure the saw software is configured correctly. Check the settings for any abnormalities or error messages. If you follow these steps and the blade still won't come up, it might be best to contact a certified EasyFrame technician for further assistance.
That fixed it. Thanks, EasyFrame AI.
You're welcome. I'm glad it helped. If you have any more questions or run into any other issues, feel free to ask. Happy cutting!